Now in this video, we're going to discuss about client and server. Now as you can see, it's a web server. The diagram may look difficult for beginners, but don't worry, once you complete this video, then it is gonna be crystal clear. That's why I say never ever skip my videos. God knows on which second you get the right information, right? Okay, so this is a web server and a computer. This is you, a client. So what the client did in his any operating system, in that computer he sent a request. Request will look something like this: www.rdhcode.com. This domain is just for demonstration purpose, so don't waste your time looking for it. Okay, now, so the request says that give me rdhcode.com. Now it's like rdhcode.com is on server of rdhcode, as google.com is kept in the server of Google, which has its own IP address. So this server has its own IP address, and on this IP address, this website is standing here. It's this files and backend are kept. Now backend can be in anything. Backend can be in PHP. I don't want to confuse you much, but backend can be in Python as well. Backend can be in Node.js, and I don't expect you that you know all this stuff. Maybe you don't even know the names. Just keep in mind that these are some backend names. And what does this backend do? This backend do some processing. Also they do some computation as well. And what is its result? Result of computation is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now the HTML is the main body. Inside of this, CSS and JavaScript are kept. How does we keep it? That we will discover further. But think that HTML is an envelope. It's a body, right? CSS and JavaScript are sent by keeping them in this envelope, which means a bundle goes its body, and its body is HTML, and CSS and JavaScript are somewhere in the body only. This body is sent as a response of which request. When you asked for rds.com, that response is given by your server. That takes three things. So this response has been given by your web server. Okay, so look, when you go to a restaurant to have food, and there you ask for, I don't know, maybe a hamburger. Would you like to order in a restaurant? Let me know in the comment section below. This is super important, cause without knowing what you like, I can't teach you, right? Anyway, so you ask for a hamburger, and what will be the response there? Response is, this is your hamburger, sir, and have it. And you ask for some fries, which also you got, and it comes to your table. But what if you have asked for burger, then you would have got something else and not your hamburger. Likewise, if you write rdhcode.com/ and something else, suppose I write rdhcode.com/about. So it may be happen that I get some another page. If I write rdhcode.com/contact, then it may be happen that I get some another page. So here, this is our request. Now to which restaurant you are requesting is the domain. I'm doing request from the website rds.com. This can be empty as well. Suppose you go to a restaurant and ask to get any food dish. So they may get any default dish which they serve. Just an analogy to explain you all. Likewise, you write rds.com, then homepage will come. If you put /about, then about page will come. If you put /contact, then contact page will come. Obviously, if it exists. If it does not exist, suppose you go to a restaurant and ask for Chinese noodles. But if they don't make Chinese noodles, how will they feed you? They will say not available. So server way of saying not available is 404. Server sends a response says not available or not found. So in this way, client and server communicate with each other. Client sends request to server, and server does processing using any of this programming language or backend. Prepare to send frontend to client. So backend prepared these three things: HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and it sends these things to them, to its client who requested website. So I hope you understand how this website works. Anyway, I'll explain it quickly once again. Here was a computer, here is a client. That computer owner, he said youtube.com. Request went to YouTube server. Server did processing, so processing happened through backend, which generate three things: HTML, CSS and JavaScript, where CSS and JavaScript were present inside HTML and came back to this computer. Now when this computer will receive HTML, CSS and JavaScript, so it is a program named web browser installed inside computer. Well, what web browser does is, the document we received, which is HTML, CSS and JavaScript text, by manipulating the document, it shows you what you see. If you open youtube.com, you will see a website in which there will be images. To display that after manipulating is work of browser. And what does browser receive? It receives these documents: HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So this is our basic working of website. Okay, so that's all for today. And if you didn't watch the first introduction video of this web development series, then click on the right video. And if you want to access the playlist, then click on the playlist left hand side. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.